Welcome to the forecast discussion for August 13th, 2013. It's currently 8:30 a.m. and we have a very wet morning on the way throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with periods of very heavy rainfall and some embedded thunderstorms, a few isolated severe thunderstorms as well over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. We have temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s along the immediate coast and upper 60s to lower 70s over the rest of the region. And of course, our dew points are very high in the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior and lower 70s along the coast. So clearly, we have a very tropical air mass in place with very heavy rainfall expected, and temperatures pretty much for this afternoon ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the region under rainy skies. Now, here is the surface map. Very interesting setup here. We have a weakening warm front here that's collapsing. That's pretty much right in here, and it's separating the humid air from the incredibly tropical air. So you have dew points in the 60s, and then you have dew points in the 70s. This is very, very moist air along the immediate coast, and that's going to support a very heavy rainfall. And then we have our cold front back towards the west, towards the eastern Great Lakes, through western Pennsylvania and into the Ohio River Valley. That'll move through later this afternoon into the early evening hours with additional showers and thunderstorms. So here's our radar. And you can see just this mass of very heavy rainfall. We're looking at rainfall rates anywhere over eastern Pennsylvania from, get this, 1 inch to 2.5 inches per hour in some of these locations. Okay, and pretty much located right in this mass here. And that is some incredibly heavy rainfall. And that's going to lead to some flash flooding and very poor visibility. If you're driving in this weather, drive slowly. There's no need to rush. It's better to get there late than not get there at all. We also have a few severe thunderstorms down here right around the Philadelphia metro. These severe thunderstorms will also track through southern New Jersey. This area right here is where you have the most unstable air. And so that's why you see the best potential for lifting and thus the severe thunderstorms. Everywhere else here is pretty much a stable environment, and that's going to be the case for southern New Jersey as well eventually. So I think the best potential for severe thunderstorms is basically right now ahead of all this heavy rainfall. Then the atmosphere becomes what we call rain cooled. That stabilizes the atmosphere, and thus any additional rainfall thereafter after these thunderstorms generally is going to be in nature below severe, but still capable of very heavy downpours. So this is an all-day rain event here throughout at least much of the afternoon. And here's our cold front back here with more scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing on until the early evening hours. I think most locations start to clear out by 6 p.m. over the Philadelphia metro, and by 7 p.m. over the New York City metro, and 8 p.m. over eastern Long Island and Connecticut as we move on through this evening. So if you have any outdoor plans for this evening, wait a little bit. I think by the time we get to 7 p.m., most locations will be dry and far more comfortable with a northwesterly wind and falling humidity. Here's our infrared satellite picture. Now you can see these low pressure systems starting to converge and congeal into one low pressure system that is going to become the dominant low pressure system over the St. Lawrence River Valley. This cold front will plow through and basically merge with this cold front by this afternoon. So here's our warm front separating the tropical air mass from the humid air mass. Okay, 60 dew points, 70 dew points. That's basically the division of this warm front. And as this warm front starts to collapse and wash out, this cold front moves through this afternoon, and then thereafter, the rest of the week will be under the influence of this air mass with temperatures basically in the upper 70s to lower 80s, a few mid 80s in the Philadelphia metro, and much lower humidity. Of course, that means dry conditions. Here's the water vapor satellite picture. Just kind of give you an overall view of the pattern overall. Here we have a nice ocean storm here that pumps up a ridge over the west, drives a trough into the east. Here is our nice deep upper level low and trough over portions of the Great Lakes. That drives moisture up the coast, and here's our cold front plowing through with our heavy rainfall. This high pressure system right here around Manitoba will dive into the northern plains and move towards the northern mid-Atlantic starting tonight and will remain in effect in place through at least Saturday. And then Sunday, it gets a little bit iffy with a few scattered showers as humidity starts to increase once again. But the rest of the week is going to be absolutely beautiful with this high pressure in complete control. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. And you can see for this afternoon, that cold front starts to move through. Look for overall about an inch of rainfall for most locations. Over 3 inches is possible in some of these thunderstorms with the heavy downpours. In that massive heavy rainfall I was shown earlier, I would not be surprised if most locations that fall under that massive heavy rain exceed 2 inches of rain. Overall, though, throughout the entire region, at least 1 inch of rain, possibly as much as 3 or 4 inches of rain by the time this is all done, with, of course, flash flooding a major threat. That cold front blows through. This evening, we start to dry out. Tomorrow, high pressure in control. Temperatures basically in the mid to upper 70s for most locations. Few lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. Very low humidity. High pressure will be in control for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now this is where it gets interesting. See, up to Saturday, high pressure will be in control with tranquil weather conditions, low humidity, temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s along the immediate coast, lower to mid 80s everywhere else. Low temperatures generally in the upper 50s to lower 60s. But look at this boundary right here. This is basically the Bermuda High trying to fight back here. And remember, our Western Atlantic Ridge is not giving away that easily. So it's going to fight back against the trough that was digging in here. And that Western Atlantic Ridge is going to put up a nice fight for Sunday and Monday with the southwesterly flow returning. A weak boundary right along the coast. Humidity is going to be on the rise. Temperatures generally in the mid 80s for most locations. We have a very, very weak area of low pressure lingering around here in the Ohio River Valley. And that's going to lead to the potential for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon on Sunday and Monday. Nothing like a washout, but certainly a bit of a nuisance. And you're definitely going to notice an increase in the humidity as a more tropical type air mass starts to invade from the Gulf of Mexico and move up the East Coast. So Sunday is kind of our transition day to a bit more of a tropical like air mass in place that will be an issue for next week. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Please use extreme caution when driving for today. There's no need to rush. There's no need to speed. This is very heavy rainfall, and visibilities in this rainfall will fall below 2 miles at times. So use some caution. Stay with NYNJPA Weather with the latest weather information on Twitter and Facebook, and of course at NYNJPAweather.com. And of course, as always, stay safe out there.